Okay, so here is how do we use this Holman system. You already entered the last VIN number, started entering the mileage. That's pretty good. So I entered the two different complaints. When you had the one and you already started the one is saying oil change, well, we could just separate the oil change and inspection. So I said the oil change due, change the engine oil and the filter. How do you know oil change is due? So let me go into the history. Last time he was here, if you look in the mileage, it's 2709 or 8 or ish, and we have a standard maintenance package here. So we did an oil change for him. We only upcharge a tiny bit, but doesn't matter. That's a different story. So we only charge 79. When did he do that? If you look at the time, it was in March 17. Conventional oil change is only good for 3 months. So he's supposed to do oil change in June or July latest. Now it's already August, so his oil change is overdue. So I'm going back to the screen, and I'll say the oil change is due because time-wise it's already done. So we changed the oil and the oil filter. That's good. So this complaint is being taken care of. So he also asking for another thing. So I did click going to start or add another complaint. So he asked for an inspection. I just said a front end inspection. So I'm going to type down what type of work we did. I spent a few seconds to finish typing here. So I said the customer asked for front end inspection, found the suspension in good condition, but front brake is worn, recommended to change the front brakes at next service. Okay, so this is the wording's already done. We need to add the work, what type of work we did and how do we get charged him. So on top oil change part, add a plus, adding the service, the maintenance work. The first line is the lube, oil, and filter. So that's what we need. Click on it. Did we do replace? Did we do repair? We did an audit or adjust, or we only did a project management or preventative maintenance. So this time we did a replace. We replaced the oil and filter and all that. So here, number 3, we're going to, we click on this, the replace part, and our base rate is $150 an hour, and we want to do $90. So I put 0.6. Now it becomes $90. Okay. Then in the bottom, I click on add to the PO. That's the work we need to add into it. All right. Then close. Now you see a line. This is saying that we did a lube oil change at 0.6 hours. Well, we include everything already, so we're not gonna enter in parts and the labor separately. The next line, this is for suspension, so we're only going to do inspection. So let me add, and I'm going to find the correct line. I did not find any the line of this labor related to suspension or related to brakes. It's all checking about suspensions. So I start a new complaint talking about the brake system. I'm going to copy all the wording from here to my brake system. Control C. Excuse me. Oh my god. So I'm not adding any labels here, and potentially I'm going to delete everything here. Now, let me see if I can add anything from this line. So inspection was actually not in any of those related components. If only doing inspection is still a part of the maintenance. So I moved all the description up into description, said the customer asked for the front end inspection. Suspension is good, in good condition, but we found the front brakes are worn and recommend the brake change at next service. So now we need to add this line of the work we did. Here we're adding additional maintenance item. They're PMA, PMB, so preventative maintenance A or B. Doesn't matter which one we go with. Click on one of them, click on PM. This one, it didn't even give us the cost here, so I have to enter hourly cost at 150, and we spent half an hour. Oops, did I do 0.5? So now at 75. Or actually, we do 1, and we call this one item at cost of 75 for the inspection. In the bottom, we do click on add. So this page disappeared, that means it's already been added. Okay, so description here, line item, one of them is oil change, another one is the PM inspection. So now we're going to move to the next step, which is request for approval. Oh, I need to fill out what's the date and time. Today's a 08/04/2023. It's already picked. Then in the morning, or we do afternoon, because at what time you need to get done, you need to enter that date. So it says approval not requested. What is that? Please fill out your complaints sheet. Oh, I need to find a way to delete them first. I figured out how, but it's not showing here right now. What you see is like asking to entering things. Previously asking for, there's an error because we didn't enter anything in any of the complaints. What I did is just manually entering none, here, here, and here. Just N-O-N-E, none. So we have something filled in there. And then I went to go for request for, in the bottom right, they used to have like a request for approval. So I already did a request for approval. So I'm moving on to the next page. It's automatically showing approved. So right now we can just say go ahead and perform the service. Here, if we have anything, we can. Here is the one, so we can go. Let's see if we can go edit and remove the non-related items. I don't see the button that I can do it here. Well, anyway, it's the same thing that when you go through edit, it's already assuming you're working on this deal. Here's the things already been captured, all the wording that we already put in here. So now we don't need to add anything in there anymore. And there's no way I can entering anything here because I already entered none. So now we just go to close the PO, close the purchase order, which means we already finished the work. One thing you need to bring to your attention is in the Holman system, they don't have any allowance for shop supply or the hazardous material. But in our quote or in our normal service, we would have, okay, I bring all the pricing back to normal now. So it's a $79.95 and the $60 as the normal pricing as what we're gonna charge the customer for. We don't want to like gouge the price and overcharging them. So our total, we're gonna have a shop supply of $14. We have a hazardous material, $7 tax. In total, we want to see $162. That's the final number. Here, we not including tax yet, but in the total it's already $165. So that should be good. The tax add into it will cover the cost that Holman is gonna charge us. So at this moment, we have complaints already entered. We have these lines here for the cost and the suspension. There's nothing described underneath here. On the brake system, I said a none, and here it's nothing there. Now we can just since it's already been done, we can say just close the PO. And once the PO is closed, it just give you a summarize of everything. You need to enter your name and enter the invoice number, and also you need to enter the one thing is funny, the odd meter was saying 274,227, but in the work order here it was showing 280009. So I don't know which one's true. So I think this is the true number. Then I'm going to change that to, what's the number again? 280069, right? Then let's go to, see, you have something you need to enter the invoice number. I'll fix that do that first. 280069. Okay, your name doesn't matter. Oh, do we have a nick in here? Here we go, we have a nick already. Invoice number, Have we converted to invoice yet? Yes, so 15527. Let's go to 15527, and everything should be fixed already. See, your reference number is already in there. Don't need a customer PO. Then next thing to do is the request a payment. How come there's no GST included here? Let me see where the GST is. Let's continue here that we didn't enter the GST here because we need to calculate it. It's not exempt, so I should actually go to there. And what type of a tax do you want to use? Either HST, PST, GST, QST. So GST will be, you have to calculate it. So I already did. 165 times 0.05 equals to 8.25 is the GST. So we include it in there. Now everything's good. And also in the bottom left here, you have to confirm you need to deposit into our bank account, ends with 7991. So I checked this one. So customer, so confirm for the payment will be what is that? Accredited to the account ending at the 7991. The next one to do is a request for payment. Now we can ask him for payment of $173 and blah blah blah. Click on that. Oh, what did you say here? Warning that the name order blah 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 from this estimate. Let me take a look at what's happening here. Okay, I had a couple errors earlier. One of them was this number that they said we entered was not too far off, but not anymore. So I entered 278,000 right here because Joseph said that he remembered put on a sticker for 283. And also in here, I also changed it from 280,000 to 278,000 because that's more realistic. Oh, what did I do here? Okay, anyway, coming back here, another thing I didn't do right previously was missing this one to confirm that the work detailed in this purchase order is fully completed. So I'll make sure money going to this account and the work has already been done. And regardless if any warning about the kilometers here anymore, then let's request for payment, see what happens. Asking for payment, it's thinking, it's moving to this page. It said for merchant you have that's the whole thing done here. So looks like it's already being done. So this is how you complete an order in the Holman system.